Hey everybody, welcome back to Enliven Wellness. So I am making a video today about how I have personally detoxed mold from my system. So first thing first, thank you to all my subscribers and thank you for everyone who has reached out. I'm so happy to be able to provide this kind of content for you all from my experience. All right, so let's get into it. So the very first thing that you have to do and that nobody talks about when you are trying to detox pretty much anything, but we'll talk about mold today, is you've got to do something called remineralize. Now, what does that mean? Well, a lot of times all of these toxins, whether it be a parasite, Lyme disease, or mold especially, you get depleted in all of your minerals. So like all of your trace minerals, like, calcium, phosphorus, sodium, the list goes on, and you end up getting depleted. So what happens there is that then you're less able to detox. Your kidneys can't handle the toxins that go through them. So step one is that you have to remineralize. Now, how do you do that? The easiest way is to grab a liter of water and you just add a quarter teaspoon of Celtic sea salt to your water throughout the day. So 1/4 teaspoon per liter of water. You can see how alkaline you are by getting those alkaline pee strips, and you can test it out in the morning and see, and it has to be your first urine of the day. But then you can see what your pH is, and ideally you need it to be at least above 6.4, but it really needs to be above 6.8 in order for you to be detoxing properly. So step one is you've got to remineralize. Step two is you need to start cleaning up your environment. Literally detox your environment. So invest in a good water filter. My personal favorite is the Berkey water system because you can take it anywhere. You can use it with any kind of water. I mean, literally, like I could go down to the sewage treatment facility and pick up some like really nasty ass water and put it in there and it would be drinkable. And it's not electric, so you don't need to rely on electricity. It's good anywhere. It's awesome. You also need to make sure that you're eating clean foods. So don't expect to be totally detoxified if you're not willing to invest in organic food. It's just a necessity in our world today. And even if you're saying like, oh, I can't afford organic food, you can. Believe me, you can make room in your budget to do that. There's also all kinds of like farmer co-ops. You can find, various small businesses that will give you, organic foods. I mean, there are ways that you can find healthy organic food, but you have to detox your water, your food, your air. Now, I personally use, it's called the IQ Air. It was really expensive, I will admit it, but they have very reasonable payment plans. But the IQ Air is the shit. It's a beast of an air purifier, and that will really clean your air of everything, including mold. You also need to look at your self-care products. So my recommendation is toss out everything, literally, and opt for things like avocado oil, castor oil. Castor oil is great for your face. Raw shea butter. I love raw shea butter, like from Africa. It's my favorite. Make sure that you're using, fluoride-free toothpaste. Let's see. Oh man, shampoos, conditioners, soaps. You don't need all those soaps. You can get like a basic, clean soap and use that. You don't need all of these lotions and potions that they convince you that you do need. Those are going to continue to add toxins to your body and you will not be able to detox the mold. Okay, so then also it's really important to detox your relationships. Think about the people that you surround yourself with, and literally if you are around somebody and afterward you feel depleted or you feel resentful or your energy feels off, you are not supposed to be around that person. That's literally taking in a toxin. And that's not, like, we get this idea, especially like in the yoga community, that you have to be tolerant of all people, which is true. It's not like you don't love them, but you also need to keep your relationship environment clean and toxin free. And just some people are just toxic to you in that moment, and you don't need to put yourself around them. That's just masochism that you can avoid. It will also completely deplete your energies if you're around people who are toxic. So this also goes for things like news media, social media, music, movies, television shows. First of all, ditch your TV, stop watching it. It's just gonna, it infests your whole system, and it's not good for you. It's gonna cause more stress and toxic buildup in your system. Same goes for music. Listening to really negative music is going to be toxic to your body and your mind. We don't give enough credit to these kinds of toxins coming in, and we really need to pay more attention to that. It's made all the difference for me. I ditched my television. I don't watch the news anymore. It's not worth it. So you've really got to give credit to detoxifying all of these little other details other than just your body, because these things do affect your body. You've got to give them credit. And yes, it can be hard work, and yes, it can be tough to say to that person, listen, I just, and you don't have to be an asshole about it. You don't have to be like, whoop, you're toxic to me. You can just say, like, I need some space, and then you can just choose to not be around that person. And if they want to continue to be around you, then you can have an adult discussion. And remember, if you say that you need to set a boundary around somebody and they get mad at you, that's their problem, not yours. Okay, so here are some of the other things too that you can do. I personally love coffee enemas. You can see them all over my YouTube, but coffee enemas are amazing. There's a couple of key things that you have to remember though, and if you go to my video about coffee enemas, I go over all of this in really great detail. But you have to use filtered water. You have to use clean materials. Duh. I don't even want to think about that. But then you need to also use Cafe Mom coffee. It's organic, and it needs to be the whole bean, because a lot of times the ground coffees can have mold, which obviously if you're putting mold back up your butt, nice. Good job. Anyway, so coffee enemas have been a big part of my detox. They help support your liver and your gallbladder. They also really help just with cleansing your colon out, and they're really amazing tools. I also am a big fan of vitamin C flushes. Again, you can see a video on this channel about my first experience with vitamin C flushes. So those are also super helpful, and I go into more detail there. Also, there are a lot of like liver and gallbladder support herbs that you can take. I personally, unfortunately, am allergic to them all. I mean that I'm very allergic to the ragweed family. And so that means that I can't do milk thistle, I can't do dandelion, I can't do burdock. All of these super traditional liver and gallbladder herbs I can't do. You could try, but if you're allergic to ragweed, think twice. But some other ways that I support my liver and my gallbladder are mainly with Ayurvedic herbs. So I like to use things like turmeric, triphala, yeah, those are the ones that I really like. But I will tell you that I took my healing to the next level, because here's the thing, when you detox, a lot of the toxins flush into your intestines. And one of the biggest mistakes people make, and I made when I was first starting to detox, is not having a binder. So not having something to usher out the toxins out of my intestines. And then basically what happens is it just recirculates back into your system, and you still get sick. And like, yeah, you'll start to feel a little bit better, but then it just like keeps coming back. So what has changed my life super just crazily, and I made a video about this last week, it's clay. Freaking dirt. So it's called Redmond clay, and it is literally amazing. So go grab some Redmond clay. It can be found at basically any natural food store. You do have to find it in like the cosmetic section because it's technically not a supplement. Thank you, FDA. But it is a bentonite clay, but it's a sodium and calcium preparation. But the clay will do multiple things. I mean, so many things for you. But it will also act as a binder to usher the toxins out of your system. It will also remineralize you. It also helps you rebuild your gut. It also has beneficial bacteria. So it's all different kinds of goodness that you'll be putting into your body. And it's really simple. You get 1 teaspoon, put it in a liter of water. Don't stir it. Don't use metal. You've got to use plastic or wood. And then shake it up. Now you can take 1 teaspoon. I do 1 to 2 teaspoons a day and I'm fine. If you tend toward constipation, don't really go over a tablespoon a day. But if you're getting enough vitamin C and magnesium in your diet, as well as like through targeted supplementation, you shouldn't have a problem. If you ever feel like, oh, I'm kind of backed up, just go grab some natural calm magnesium. Take about a tablespoon of that. You'll be golden. Golden in the bathroom, I should say, in the next probably like 30 minutes. So, yes, and other things that are super important is meditation. Regular meditation is crucial to being able to detox mold. You can literally decrease your cortisol in 5 minutes of really targeted mindfulness meditation. It's really important to, you want healthy cortisol levels, so it's not like cortisol is the enemy, but you need to make sure that the cortisol is not super high because that's going to create a chronic inflammation response, and your body is already in a chronic inflammation response if you're battling toxins. So, I hope that this video helped. These are just some of the ways that I have used to detox, and they've been really, really effective. And I will tell you that one of the game changers was clay. Everything in our body is made up of minerals. Everything. You've got to remineralize first, clean up your environment, clean up your relationships. You've got to clean up your mind. That's where meditation comes in. So paying attention to your beliefs, your thought patterns, positive affirmations work. So get cheesy, say them in the mirror every morning, say them out loud, scream them, whatever you need to do, but really pay attention to your thought patterns and your beliefs. Why are you holding on to sickness? Why do you feel like you're not pure? All of these different things will help you detoxify, and it's legitimate. If you don't believe me, look at the book, The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. It's a game changer. In it, he basically proves that it's not the cell that's the problem, it's the environment that the cell is in. So you've got to pay attention to all of these little things, personal care products, everything. But I can tell you from experience that all of these things work because I'm really getting better. Like, I'm really getting better, and this is amazing, and it's a huge gift, and I'm feeling so grateful, and now I can actually bring you guys these videos and legitimately say there is hope. Put these things in place, and there is hope. So thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad I'm able to reach you all out there. If you want to work together with me one-on-one, this is what I do. I'm getting my master's in integrative medicine, so it's not just bro science that I'll be throwing at you. It's also that I have experience with this. And yeah, so give me a holler down below or email me. And I do 15-minute free consultations, and after that we can kind of figure out where you need to go from there. So I look forward to hearing from you, and all the best. There is hope. When you feel like you can't, learn that you can. Thank you so much. See you next week.